Well, good morning from Wimbledon. It's Thursday morning before the championships. I've been here for a couple of days now, and I think the internal clock is back to where it should be. Got up early this morning at 6 and went for a run around the Wimbledon Commons. It was glorious. I mean, there's a golf course out there, people playing golf at 6 a.m. It gets light here somewhere around 4:30, so you know, there's certainly plenty of light to go and play some golf. But I'm staying on Somerset Road. Wimbledon is just down, just a couple hundred meters away. Staying with very good friends, Andy and Vicky Miller, and this is Pickle. We've got Muffin and Pickle, and this is Pickle right here. Got off the plane a couple of days ago and went straight to qualifying. You know, there's a bunch of great matches out there. You know, some really good talent, and you know, watching qualifying, it's, you know, there's two sides to what I'm seeing out there. There's, holy cow, these players are absolutely good enough to be in main draw, you know, and quite often I think Wimbledon, more than other slams, the qualifiers do so well from just having the grass court experience. But you know, even at that level, you know, you've got probably, it's around 110 to 250 in the world. There's still holes, there's still gaps, there's still parts of technique that really shouldn't have, you know, the problems that they do. So you know, I see so many players out there trying so hard and wanting it so badly, but just haven't done or taken the care at probably a younger age, you know, around 10 to 15 years of age. That's when you really need to hammer home the fundamentals of serving and returning, and you know, all the strokes, and especially volleys. You know, one thing that always surprises me when I see players on grass is that, you know, just adapting a little and saying, you know, this is day one on grass, the courts are going to be quick, my opponents aren't going to be comfortable, the footing's not going to be the best, so I'm going to come in just a little bit more than normal, even if it's 10% more. And you know, you just see too many players out there that are playing in their comfort zone and doing what they want to do on the court, and not coming in and not taking advantage of the front of the court. You know, one of the things that in the 25 golden rules of singles strategy, you know, we identified very early on that the winning percentage from the baseline is 47%, the winning percentage approaching is 66%. You say, well, I'm playing day one of qualifying on fresh courts, you know, I might want to come in a little bit more. So, you know, a little surprising that I didn't see more of that, but you know, you've got to adapt. Round one of qualifying, round two is both for the guys, best 2 out of 3. And the final day, which there'll be some matches today, is best 3 out of 5. So, you know, a very special day to qualify here for the championships. Later that afternoon, we go into town. So Wimbledon is just down the hill here. It's on the corner of Church and Somerset Road. You walk straight up Church Road. You walk into Wimbledon Village, which is a little bit different than the township. The township is down, kind of where the train station comes in, and then up the hill is the village, and it's a very special little place. The famous pub up there is the Dog and Fox. We walked in, we're having a bite to eat in the afternoon. In walks Boris Becker. So, you know, he's you know, just walks in and you stand up and you shake hands. It's like, hey Boris, how's it going? You know, everything's so casual and calm. And you know, we're there a few minutes, and we look down the road just a few stores down, and Roger Federer is walking in there with his young girls doing some shopping, and Merker as well. And it's just so calm and so relaxed. You know, this is a place where the players will rent houses around here and stay walking distance to the courts. You know, it's very personal. You know, Andy over the years has had Bobby Reynolds stay here a lot. Amir Delik has stayed here, Alex Kuznetsov. You know, there's a bunch of players that want to stay as close as you can and then just, you know, have the convenience of walking back and forth to the courts. Yesterday, I went onto the grounds. You know, first thing is walking out on the center court. You know, put a bunch of photos up on Twitter. And you know, it's such a moving experience. I mean, it is the home of tennis. It is where tennis, you know, originated from. But center court in Wimbledon is so special. It's so different, and you know, everything, every blade of grass is taken care of, and everything's in order, and it just looks spectacular. It's, you know, if you've never been to center court at Wimbledon, you have this kind of idea of like, wow, I bet it's a magical place. It's that and then some. It's that good. Kind of walked around and saw it from a bunch of different angles, and the roof's open, and the sun's out, and you know, just glorious. And just, you know, started walking around the grounds, watched Marin Cilic practice a little bit. with Borna Coric, who I watched at the US Open play, and I mean he's got bigger, he's got stronger. You know, you look at him, he's just, you know, he's a little Djokovic. I mean, I can definitely see him, you know, going straight, steamrolling straight in the top 10 of the world, and don't be surprised if he's a future #1. He's that good. Murren looked good. Goran was out there. I mean, you know, kind of Goran's looking around. It's like, yeah, I won this. That's a very special place for him as well. So watch those guys practice for a little bit. On the court next to them was John Isner and Donald Young. They were warming up, you know, just going through their paces, and I walked around the courts a little bit more, and on court 17, just kind of stumble on it. A couple of people there is Roger Federer practicing with Leighton Hewitt. So I'm like, you know, this is fantastic. It's Leighton's last year. You know, you could probably argue it's Roger's last real legitimate shot to have a chance here. You know, his form certainly suggests he can do well. But just to sit on the side of the court, I mean, you know, you're one row off, and to watch Leighton and Roger practice, and they're playing a bunch of points, and you can see the respect between the two of them. You know that they both wanted to practice with each other one more time here at Wimbledon, and you know, the ball comes off Roger's racket, you know, differently than other players. He prepares the same, and he moves quick, and everything kind of looks normal like every other pro. But when he snaps on that ball, the acceleration is so great, and the sound that he makes with all of that spin and generating, you know, energy from the ground up through his legs and through his body is. You've got to sit on the side of the court and see it to witness it. It's like, you know, there's very few people that can do that to a tennis ball. And, you know, other guys like Stan will hit it maybe bigger and stronger, but the way Roger hits a ball is very, very special. You know, Leighton's out there competing on every point, you know, so hard as he's done his entire career. Jamin Crabb, who I know quite well, is working with him at the moment, and you know, Jamin's just kind of, you know, just keeping him organised, keeping him. Leighton loves that connection with the coach, so he's always kind of, you know, obviously getting balls around the back of the court and feeding them, but just interacting at the right time. And Stefan Edberg on the other end of the court doing the same thing. I mean, good coaches don't talk a lot, they just find the right time, and they allow their player to make some mistakes and have room to do that. I mean, you've got to make mistakes in tennis in order to become good. It's like good error, good error, good error, good shot. That's how it works. So, you know, I watched those guys for an hour, took a bunch of pictures, took some video, and just, you know, just amazing. Just a fantastic experience to sit and witness that at Wimbledon. So, you know, today we're going to go out to the Boodles. It's a warm-up event out at Stoke Park. Djokovic is playing this afternoon, so looking forward to that. But, you know, it's a big few days of preparation. The weather's magnificent. I mean, once you get great weather here at Wimbledon, it just takes it to a whole new level. And, you know, the courts are green, and it's so amazing. So just each day, I'll touch base with you guys, give you a little feel, take some video, take a bunch of pictures. You know, the thing I'll update the most is probably on Twitter, at Brain Game Tennis. You know, it's just the easiest way to do it, and then on Facebook as well, but also here on the blog. So thanks for following, thanks for putting your email down and being a part of the blog of Brain Game Tennis, and I look forward to giving you a lot of insight and a lot of backstage kind of looks at the championships this year. So once again, thank you, and look forward to a fun 2 weeks.